YouTubers. My name is Chelsea Shire, and I'm going to try giving video blogging a try. I guess I should start with a little bit about myself. I am 23 years old. I have a bachelor's degree in the science of nursing, so a BSN, if you will. I am a mother of four, technically. I have 3 stepkids, and I have 1 biological daughter. I'm clearly married. See, pretty little ring he got me. And we have a beautiful home together. My husband's name is Kenny. He is 11 years older than me, so there's a little bit of an age difference, but our maturity level is pretty much the same. So I'm just gonna try vlogging just to see, I guess, if anybody pays attention or wants to know anything. Things that I'll probably talk about on this blog are nursing, because I am an RN. So I'll probably talk about popular discussions in healthcare, like whether or not to vaccinate your children. It's a very hot topic between moms and nurses and other healthcare workers. I'll probably talk about parenthood a couple different times. I mean, my kids are 9, 5, and a little over 1 for both the other 2. I might talk about blended families, because we have a blended family. And anyone who actually has dealt with blended families understands that it can be a little hard, and having some support out there is nice. Another thing I'll talk about probably is marriage. I'm 23, oh my god, I'm trying to add on to my years here. I'm 23 years old, and I'm married, and this is my first crack, and hopefully my only crack at marriage. I don't ever plan on getting divorced. This is my husband's second attempt, and we're just gonna see how it goes, I guess. So if you guys have any questions, definitely contact me. I will be putting my information available, so if you have any questions about this blog or my clueless ranting, just let me know. I am getting ready to start a new job as a nurse. Before, I was working in a critical care setting, and now I'm getting ready to move into postpartum OB. And one of the things that I'll talk about a lot is my desire to become an advanced practice nurse. Now, many people don't understand what an advanced practice nurse is, or an APN. A lot of people will go to like a prompt care or to their family care doctor, and they'll see an APN and they're like, what is this person? Like, where's the doctor? The beautiful thing about an APN is they're pretty much a doctor with just a few minor things missing. They don't have an MD, they have an APN. An APN is a nurse who got a master's degree in a specialized field. So you can see family nurse practitioners or clinical nurse specialists, certified midwives, and people of that nature that are now in an office setting doing what doctors do. And nurses and doctors are different. A lot of people, like The View, say that nurses are just doctor wannabes. That is 100% not true at all. Doctors and nurses have very different personalities. A doctor explains the science of things, and that's it. Typically, any of you who have had surgery, like I did 2 weeks ago, a doctor will come in and say to you, hey, we're taking out your gallbladder, doing a laparoscopic cholecystectomy. This is why you have this is why, this is enlarged and why we need to take it out. and they don't fully explain what's going to happen to you. And that can be a little scary. A nurse is much more holistic. A nurse will come in and tell you a laparoscopic cholecystectomy is a robotic surgery in which we're not cutting you open. You just get 3 little holes in you, actually 4, and we remove your gallbladder that way. That way, it's a faster recovery. You're not down for as long. You're not in as much pain. You get taken care of in a different way. Nurses go about in making sure that you're comfortable, making sure that you're going to have the things that you need when you leave the hospital or the office. Nurses just have a more holistic, a broader view of how to treat a patient that a lot of doctors don't have. A lot of doctors don't think about the spiritual things. I'm not talking spiritual like shamans and stuff like that are whatever. Believe what you're going to believe. But we look at the whole person and not just the thing that we're trying to fix. We look at a lot more of things like quality of life, and that is why nurse practitioners are beautiful, is they have a nursing perspective on a doctor's job. And it's not it's not us wanting to become doctors. It's us wanting to be able to do the things that doctors do without having to be an MD. It's annoying. And the fact that so many people don't understand what a nurse really is. Nursing back in even the early 1900s, yes, they were just doctors' assistants. Nurses now, we're pretty much doing what the doctors did back in the early 1900s. We're taking care of the patients when the doctors aren't there. I spend 12 hours with 3 patients currently. 12 hours with 3 patients. My doctors that are taking care of these patients, in the 12-hour shift, will maybe see them once. Maybe. On a good night. And so you will hear me a lot trying to educate and get the word out on what a nurse is. Why nurses are so important. I am so passionate about nursing. I mean, I spent 4 years trying to get through that god-awful nursing program, and I made it. And now I'm like, people don't know how do people not know what nurses do? And that's the sad part, is even when I was younger, I did not want to be a nurse, because everyone has this fixed image of what a nurse is, and we aren't. We're different. Nurses are badass, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a nurse. I look at my coworkers and my colleagues, and I am amazed, just from experience, how skilled nurses are. The fact that we can go from cleaning up a patient who had a code brown to performing CPR in the room next door and then going back. It is quite beautiful. So, with this, I leave you. And I will be back shortly, I'm sure. Thanks, guys. Bye, YouTube.